Welcome back, students. Today we are going to study adjectives, degree of comparison, and this is for class 5th. So let's begin. Adjectives, degrees of comparison. So you know that what is adjective? Adjective is a word that qualify or that describe noun or pronoun. Okay. And what is degrees of comparison? When we use adjectives to compare different noun. Okay. In the first sentence, the word tall is an adjective, like Kian is a tall boy, you can see. So, what is tall here? Tall is adjective. Vihan is taller, this is comparative degree of adjective. Arav is the tallest boy, and this is superlative degree of adjective. So, in the first sentence, the word tall is an adjective. When we talk about the subject Kian, there is no comparison being done in the first sentence. It's a simple sentence, Kian is a tall boy. But the second one, there is a comparison between Vihan and Kian. So yes, Vihan is taller than Kian. Now look at the third one, Arav. Arav is the tallest among all the boys. Okay. So this is tallest is what? Superlative degree. In the example, we notice that than comes after the comparative degree. When you are making comparison, then we use than. Okay. And the is used before the superlative degree. By this, you can easily identify where to use comparative degree and superlative degree. Okay. Formation of degrees of comparison. Let's try to understand this. Here are some rules that can be used to change an adjective from positive, comparative, and superlative. Normally, what we do, we just add er or est to change positive degree into comparative and superlative. For example, the positive degree is bright. So, if there is one or two syllable in the adjective, what we do, we normally add er or est. For example, bright, brighter, brightest, black, blacker, blackest, bold, bolder, boldest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, cold, colder, coldest. Now look at this. With word ending E, we simply add R and AST at the end to change from positive to comparative. For example, brave. Brave will turn into braver. We simply add just R, and bravest means ST in superlative degree. Fine, finer, finest. Close, closer, closest. Able, abler, ablest, and large, larger, largest. Now look at this example. For some words, we repeat the last letter of the positive degree and er and est. For example, big. So what will happen? This G will turn into double, like big, bigger, biggest. Dim, dimmer, dimmest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Mad, madder, maddest. Now, in words ending Y, what we do, we just remove Y or Y change into I, and then we add ER and EST. For example, busy, busier, busiest, dirty, dirtier, dirtiest, easy, easier, easiest, funny, funnier, funniest, happy, happier, happiest. For some words, the Y does not change to I, like we have read in the previous example that Y change into I, but this rule doesn't follow always. Like you can say here gray, so Y remains same and we are adding only ER and EST. Understood? Now, for some adjectives we use when it has happened. Let me tell you the trick also. Like gray, look at this structure, GREY, gray. So vowel is coming before Y, so we are not removing Y, we are just simply added ER. But if you are looking at this word busy, so before Y, S is coming, and S is a consonant sound, hence Y change into I and we use ER or EST. Understood? Now look at this. For some adjectives we add more and most. Why we add? There is a rule according to syllable. For example, let me make it clear to all of you. Let's try to understand. Like I'm writing here, brave. Okay. So if you write it, there is braver, brave. One syllable is there, right? But look at this, active, active, more than one syllable here, right? So what we do, we will write more active, most active. And look at this, attractive. Look the example, attractive. Let me write here, attractive. attractive, more than two syllable here, like attractive. Okay, so what we do, if the word has more than two syllable, we simply use more or most before that word, like active, more active, most active, attractive, more attractive, most attractive, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, careful, more careful, and most careful. And here are some adjectives. Those are called irregular degrees. Why? Because they do not follow any of these table. Now look at this. Bad. So comparative is worse and superlative is worst. Good, better, best. Little, less, least. Old, older, oldest, or old, elder, eldest. Elder we use generally use for our people, our family. Older, oldest when we are making comparison to outsider, like far, farther, farthest, far, further, furthest. Okay, understood. Now tell the students what I need to tell you. Tell the student that we do not use double comparatives and superlative. It means if you are writing longer, then it is correct, but if you are writing more, if you are adding more longer, then it is incorrect. We cannot use two comparative at the same time. Now write the comparative, the superlative degree of these adjectives. Very easy. Heavy, heavy का heavier हो जाएगा. Y will change into I, so it will be HEAVIER, heavier, and then it will be HEAVIEST, heaviest. Now quite, so it will be QUITER, quieter, and then QUIETEST, quietest. Understood? Now look at the second one. Nice. NICER, nicer. NICEST, nicest. Now look at this. Intelligent. So what we do, because it is having more than one syllable, so we will use more and most, like more intelligent and most intelligent. I'm just writing I for intelligent. Okay, now look at this. Good, good, better, best, because they do not follow any of the chart given. Okay, they follow a different, they are called irregular degrees of adjectives. Difficult, simply what we do, we just add more difficult, and then most difficult. I'm just simply writing here D for difficult so that you could understand. Now little, less, and then least. Okay, now bold is what is bold? Bold is a single syllable, it's having single syllable, so what we do, we write here bolder, and then it's what it would be, boldest, superlative degree. Understood? Now fill in the blanks, the correct forms of the adjectives in the bracket. So diamond is the hard, harder, hardest, because here the is the here, so we will use here superlative degree, and that would be hardest. HARDEST, hardest. I think swans are, swans are what, prettier, because you are making comparison between swan and ducks, so we will write here prettier. Now the next is, can you name the, can you name the we are talking about, so we will use superlative degree, and it would be largest. Next was prevention is better, good, better, best, so than is there, so we will put here comparative degree का use करेंगे, तो क्या हो जाएगा, better. This was the, you can see here the is written, so what will we do, we will write here most. This is the most difficult question of all, most, and then difficult, DIFFICULT, difficult. Next question, stone. यहाँ पर stone और wood में comparison हो रहा है, so we will use here heavier, HEAVIER, heavier. Stone is heavier than wood. Now Indore is cleaner. Again comparison is made between Indian cities and Indore, so we will put here cleaner. Now the next is Jupiter is what, big, comparison is given, than is here, so we will put here bigger. I hope कि आपको समझ आ रहा है कि जब than का यूज़ होता है तो हम comparative degree का यूज़ करते हैं, और जब the का यूज़ होता है तो हम superlative degree का यूज़ करते हैं. So these are some tricks by which you can understand easily. Now next is rewrite the sentences after correcting the errors in the degrees of comparison. Now today is the longer, so I'm just not writing the complete sentence, I'm just making amendments that is required. So longer यहाँ पर the है तो superlative degree use होगा. What you just tell me what will be the superlative degree of longest? It will be longest. Longer, that would be longest, longest. So today is the longest day of the year. Just rewrite the complete sentence. Now Swami is more brave than Rajan. तो इसको हम more brave नहीं लिखेंगे क्योंकि जो brave है वो single syllable का है. So we will write here Swami is, I'm just writing braver. Just you write the complete sentence. I'm just writing here braver. Swami is braver than Rajan. Next one, the white wizard was wise than the grey one. So again, wise, single syllable is there. This one is single syllable. So what will we do here? We will write here wiser. So the white wizard was wiser than grey one. The story is simple than. So again here comparison. So we will write here simpler. The story is simpler than the other one. My computer game is most fun than Rajesh. So here most is wrong, most is wrong used here. So we'll use here my computer game is more fun. More, not most is wrong. Next, the freshly baked cake was hot and fluffier, not fluffier, hot and fluffy. सेम डिग्री यूज़ होगी क्योंकि हॉट जो है वो पॉजिटिव डिग्री में है तो फ्लफियर भी पॉजिटिव डिग्री में ही यूज़ होगा. तो फ्लफियर का पॉजिटिव डिग्री क्या हो जाएगा? फ्लफी, फ्लफी, फ्लफियर, फ्लफीएस्ट. सो वी विल यूज़ हियर पॉजिटिव डिग्री दैट इज फ्लफी. My teacher is the most patient than I, not the is here. Comparison is made. So my teacher is more. We will write here more patient. My teacher is more patient than I. The room is biggest. Again, than is used. It means comparative degree we will use. Now just write in chat box what will be right. Yes, this is bigger. Now look at this. Fill in the blanks with the correct comparative form of the adjective in each sentence. The movie is not very funny. In fact, it is the most boring. So we will write here most, then write boring. So this is most boring movie I have seen all year. Second is my suitcase is too heavy. I need a lighter one. ठीक है? And I need a लाइटर, मतलब मुझे थोड़े हल्के की ज़रूरत है. ओके, LIGHTER. नेक्स्ट, चीताज आर नोन फॉर देयर स्पीड. Cheetahs are known for their speed. They are faster. Comparison is made. They are faster than any other land animal. Living in a big city can be expensive. It's more expensive than living in a small town. So comparison is made. So we will write here more expensive. Don't worry, things will get better. They can't get any. So with any we will use here what? So here don't worry, things will get better. So better is comparative degree, so we will use here the comparative degree of bad also, that is worse. So write here worse. Don't worry, things will get better than they can't get any worse. Understood? Now the next one, climbing a mountain is harder. We will put here comparative degree because than is used. Harder than it looks. This room is bigger. Again comparison, so we will put here bigger. Next, elephants are stronger. STRONGER, stronger. So thank you so much.